times the charm. Hello! So I'm sure most of you already know that Rebecca Black has recently released her second single. If for some reason you want to watch it, link in the description. But here's the basic gist of it. Rebecca Black ditched the 2-bit recording studio that she was using, got a legitimate recording studio, got more auto-tune and less nasally voice. Basically, it's a lot more like a regular pop hit that you might hear on the radio where the singer's not that talented, but there's enough auto-tune to cover up for it. And the honest truth is that it's not awful, at least compared to Friday. The whole theme of the single, My Moment, is about Rebecca Black seizing the opportunities presented to her by the fame she garnered with the song Friday. This just kind of shocked me when I first heard it. Because if you were to ask me what Rebecca Black has, fame would probably not be my answer. Now, some people argue that fame means having lots of people around the world knowing your name, and granted by that definition, I'll give you that she's famous. But here's the thing, she's famous because people hate her. I find this concept easier to understand when you're referring to some strung-out Hollywood starlet who lives off the negative press. People love a train wreck. But Rebecca Black is a normal 14-year-old girl, meaning she didn't grow up in the Hollywood world or in the music industry or anything like that. She's just some chick who, by accident, gained this fame. She's such a normal girl, in fact, that I can't help thinking about what I was like when I was younger. When I was a little kid, I used to sing Little Mermaid songs at the top of my lungs, and I was convinced that I sounded just like Ariel. And that's when I decided I wanted to be famous. I mean, what little girl doesn't dream about growing up to be on the red carpet and in movies with people taking her pictures and interviewing her? Those are kind of the two standard girl things. Princess, famous. But I think as I started to grow up, I realized I didn't want to be famous. I didn't want to live like that. No privacy, and everything you do is scrutinized by everyone, not to mention the lies that go around about you. And then there's this 14-year-old girl who's experienced every kind of hate imaginable. And then she takes that and goes out and makes a song about how this is good for her. A part of me kind of commends her for this, because it seems really brave to me. A part of me wants to look at it like she doesn't care what other people think, she's going to be herself no matter what. But then the rest of me realizes that she's capitalizing on people's reactions to her. I just can't help thinking that this girl is so desperate for her 15 minutes of fame that she's willing to take people hating her worldwide as fame. And she's okay with that. It just kind of makes me worry what it is that we think of as fame. I mean, as a culture, we're supporting this. She only got famous because people kept watching that video. Don't get me wrong, I'm not pulling a holier-than-thou routine. I've seen that video just as many times as the next person. But it just kind of scares me that we idolize this behavior so much that a regular 14-year-old girl is experiencing worldwide hate and thinks it's okay. Even a good thing. Anyway, that's what I have to say about fame. If you have any thoughts about it, tell me in the comments. Also, the Munchkin subscribed to me. She has almost 3,000 subscribers. And then we bonded over our shared obsessive love of Eddie Izzard on Twitter. Yeah, that's right. I roll with cool kids. Oh, and thanks you people for subscribing to me. And you'll see me next time I have something vaguely interesting to say. Okay, bye!